Congress is considering President Biden's request to add more than $20 billion in aid to Ukraine on top of the $113 billion the U.S. has already committed. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with Mr. Biden, defense officials, and members of Congress yesterday to make the case for more help. 60 Minutes has been tracking the weapons and financial support the U.S. has contributed since Russia's military invaded Ukraine 19 months ago. For this week's 60 Minutes, Holly Williams went to Ukraine to see how those tax dollars are being spent and to find out if the weapons and the money are going where they're supposed to.
You have to get rid of this cancer, which is corruption, because otherwise we're not going to survive.
Oleksandra Ustinova was an anti-corruption activist and is now an outspoken member of Ukraine's parliament. She chairs a government commission that tracks all military aid coming to Ukraine.
These javelins provided by the United States.
She filmed this video for us inside what she called a top-secret warehouse storing American Javelin anti-tank missiles.
We have online databases with the serial numbers of every American piece of weapon that your embassy has access to. They can come, type in, let's say, a Javelin or a HIMARS and see in which brigade it is, and then go check it if they don't believe.
So the U.S. officials are going to the front line.
We are letting them. Sometimes they may be sending people. Sometimes they're going to the logistics centers to see whether it is there or not, whether it's available.
And we are so happy that Holly Williams is here with us in studio. Holly, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So I think this piece is going to be incredibly powerful for many people because the questions everybody has, where is the money going? So what surprised you in your reporting?
You know, there's a lot of U.S. government oversight. There are a lot of American officials actually inside Ukraine. And they're not just checking databases. They're not just making sure that the weapons actually come across the border into Ukraine. They're going to Ukrainian military warehouses and checking that everything that's supposed to be there is there. And U.S. officials told us that there is not a single substantiated case of an American weapon going to Ukraine being diverted. But Ukraine is plagued by corruption. And you'll hear that everywhere from everyone from President Zelensky all the way down to the man and woman on the street.
Yeah.
Over the last few months, though, we're seeing what looks like a really widespread crackdown on corruption. So based on our reporting, 170 Ukrainian officials arrested in corruption cases this year alone. Now, including some senior military officials.
Seem like they're cleaning house.
It really does. But some people will say, well, that just shows how corrupt they are. Others, including a lot of people in Ukraine, say what you're saying, which is it shows that they're serious, not just about fighting Russia, but about combating corruption.
And in terms of the money that already has been sent, the $113 million to Ukraine, what do you know about where that money is? Because like we said, they are checking the receipts. The U.S. officials are going to Ukraine, but a lot of money has already been spent there.
So it's $113 billion that's been committed and around $70 billion that's been delivered. Around $40 billion or over $40 billion of that is military aid. And those weapons are having a game-changing effect in Ukraine. They're having a devastating impact on the Russian military. And there are a lot of people who say to you, well, that's in America's interest, right? To teach Vladimir Putin a lesson that he can't go around taking bites out of other countries and destabilizing Europe. But what was incredibly surprising for us was the non-military aid, the non-military side of things. I don't want to give the game away, but please watch the report on Sunday because you will be surprised and it's your money. It's your tax dollars paying for it.
Well, it's 60 Minutes, and it's Holly Williams, so you know all of America is going to be watching. We're so happy that you're here in studio with us and not in a war zone.
Right.
Good to see you, Holly. Thank you very much. You can see more of Holly's reporting on Ukraine's use of U.S. aid this Sunday, only on 60 Minutes.